When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Ain't nobody fuck with me mentally. Talking that shit, you dead to me. Cause I ain't got time for my enemies. Told her come through.
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, July 9th, 2021. We have a big show planned for you today. We'll see if Steve shows up here in a few minutes, but we got a big slate of baseball games. We also have also break down the UFC 264 that's tomorrow night. Don't forget, we will be live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with the live reaction to UFC 264 McGregor against Poirier 3. It's a real good card, so we'll get into that today. But we're going to start out. We'll start out in Major League Baseball. There is no we'll talk a little bit about the NBA real quick. There is no NBA tonight. They played last night, and Suns won again. I have it wrote down here. Suns won 118 to 108. Giannis played a great game. He had 42 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, but nobody else stepped up with him. Middleton only had 11 points. Holiday had 17 points. But I mean, Connaughton had more points than what Middleton did. Bucks aren't going to win many games if that happens. So they play. Their next game would be next NBA game is Sunday. They play Sunday at 8:10 Eastern Time. As of right now, they have the Bucks as 4-point favorites at 176 on the money line. They have the Suns at plus 148 on the money line, and they have the over under set at 221.5. After the game last night, this line was at 3.5. It was at 3.5 for the Bucks. Now it's at 4. I like the Suns in this game. I like the Suns plus 4. I think if they do lose, it's going to be a real close game. And I also like the over 221.5. It was actually at 222.5 last night, and it's lowered some, which is a little strange. Both the first two games have been over 220. They've had the last two games at 220 and 221, and both of them have went over. They've scored like 225 and 226 in the first two games. So I like the Suns plus 4, and I like the over in this game. All right, let's move on to some Major League Baseball. Let's jump into this today's slate of games on the baseball. Okay, first game up. We have some afternoon baseball today. At 2:21, we have Cardinals at the Cubs. Cubs are minus 1.5 on the run line. They're minus 164 money line. Cardinals are plus 138 on the money line, and the over-under for this game is set at 8. You have LeBlanc on the mound for the Cardinals. He's been up and down since he had joined the Cardinals. And then you have Hendricks on the mound for the Cubs. Cubs have lost his last two outings, and The Cubs did finally break their 10-game losing streak. Both these teams have been struggling. Cardinals haven't been playing very good. Neither have the Cubs. But I lean toward the Cubs in this game. Then in the next game, you have the Chicago White Sox against the Baltimore Orioles. White Sox are -1.5 on the run line, -146 money line. Orioles are +124 money line. Over under for this game is set at 10. You got Keuchel on the mound for the White Sox. Lopez is on the mound for the Orioles. The White Sox have been batting .289 as a team the last 15 days. They have lost Keuchel's last 3 starts. But for the Orioles, Lopez has an ERA of 6. And the opponents are hitting .288 off of him. So I like the White Sox on the money line at -146. And this is a game at 10. I think 10 is a lot of runs. I would lean toward the under there, but I do like the White Sox money line in this game at the -146. Next game is the Braves at the Marlins. Braves are -1.5 on the run line, -130 money line. Marlins are +110 on the money line, and the over under for this game is set at 7.5. You have Morton on the mound for the Braves, Thompson on the mound for the Marlins. Morton on the mound for the Braves has struggled versus the Marlins this season. 3 of his 4 worst outings have been against Miami. And then Thompson pitched 6 innings, giving up 3 runs. Last time they faced the Braves. This is a spot here that I lean toward Miami as a home dog, +110. And the over under, it's probably I'd probably stay away from that. These teams could score 10 runs apiece, or they could score 1 apiece. These teams are so streaky, but I lean toward the Marlins as home dogs, +110. Next game is the Phillies against the Red Sox. Red Sox are -1.5 on the run line, -126 money line. Phillies are +108 money line, and the over-under for this game is set at 11. Velasquez is on the mound for the Phillies. Richards is on the mound for the Red Sox. Velasquez has been inconsistent for the Phillies. He'll have one game where he looks sharp. Next game he struggles. It's been like that most of the season. Phillies have gotten healthy. They've gotten Harper back, McCutcheon's back, and they're starting to play better because they've gotten healthy. They're only a couple games under 500 now as they're trying to work their way back into the mix. Red Sox are 27-17 on the road, but they have been struggling at home, which is a little strange. And then Richards' ERA jumps up to 6.75 at home. He's really struggled at Fenway Park this season. I like the Phillies at +108 in this game. The next game. And I would lean toward the under. 11 runs is a lot of runs on the back to that Phillies Red Sox game real quick. They got the over-under set at 11. I would lean toward the under there, but I do like the Phillies at plus 108. All right, next game is the Royals against the Indians. Indians are minus 1.5 on the run line. They're minus 146 money line. Royals are plus 124 money line. Over-under for this game is set at 9.5. Keller's on the mound for the Royals. He has a 6.39 ERA. And the Royals have been struggling. They should have got swept by the Reds. They ended up winning one game in that series, went 2-1. Indians, McKenzie's on the mound for the Indians. He has a 6.38 ERA. So neither starting pitcher in this matchup have been having good seasons. The Indians broke a 9-game losing streak last night with a comeback win against the Royals. This is a game I'm staying away from, but I would lean. I would maybe take a look at the over 9.5. Both these pitchers have struggled to not give up runs, so I could see. I mean, both of them haven't earned an average of over 6, so I would lean maybe toward the over, but I'm probably going to just stay away from that game. And I would kind of lean toward the Indians. I think the Indians have the better team, but like I said, they haven't been playing real great. Next game would be the Toronto Blue Jays at the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays are minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 130 money line. Blue Jays are plus 110 money line, and the over-under for this game is set at 8.5. Manoah's on the mound for the Blue Jays. You got McClanahan on the mound for the Rays. Manoah pitched 7 shutout innings against the Rays in his last start. And in McClanahan's last start, the Blue Jays beat him up. This is a tough game. Both teams are good, but I would lean toward the Blue Jays at plus 110. And then next game, let's move on to the next game here. The over-under 8.5. I lean toward the over because both these teams can put up runs. Both of them have good offenses. So in that game, I would lean toward the Blue Jays at plus 110, and I lean toward the over at 8.5. Next game we have would be the Pirates at the Mets. Okay. Mets are minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 200 money line. Pirates are plus 168 money line. Over under for this game is at 7.5. I like the. You have Brubaker on the mound for the Pirates, Walker on the mound for the Mets. I like the Mets this game. Mets have been playing good ball. Pirates are just not a good team. At minus 200, I'd probably maybe play the Mets in a parlay. But yes, I like the Mets in this game against the Pirates. I'm probably going to stay away from the over-under just because 7.5. Yeah, I don't feel real comfortable either way on the over-under there. But I do like the Mets. But like I said, they're minus 200 on the money line. So that'd be something I maybe play them in a parlay. Or I mean, -2 ain't bad. I mean, you could take. I'd take it straight money line too. Let's next game is the Oakland Athletics against the Texas Rangers. The Rangers are at -1.5 run line, -142 on the money line. The Rangers are +120 on the money line, and the over-under for this game is set at 9. You have Irvin on the mound for the Athletics, Lyles on the mound for the Rangers. Oakland is 2-5 in their last 7 games. Irvin comes in this game with a 3.56 ERA. The Rangers have been struggling. Lyles on the mound for them, and he has a 5.78 ERA. I like Oakland in this game. Then the next game, one of the bigger series that's going on over this weekend is the Cincinnati Reds at the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers are -1.5 on the run line, -120 money line. Reds are +102 money line. Over-under for this game is set at 9. There was 8 runs scored in the game last night. Reds took the lead and then ended up giving up a home run. Reds took the lead at 3-2, then gave up. And then the Brewers tied it up at 3-3, and then Brewers got a 2-run homer in the 8th inning to make it 5-3, and then the Reds couldn't do anything. I'm a big Reds fan, so you can take this on how you would like, but I do like the Reds in this game. Wade Miley has pitched good for the Reds. I'd look for the Reds to get back going today because we had a chance to win that game last night. Bullpen just has to step up and pitch a little better. Miley didn't have his best game, but I mean, hey, he gave him 7 innings, only gave up a couple runs, so I mean, he pitched effective enough. Miley did last night. So I like the Reds at +102. And over under 9. I would lean toward the over here, but I'm probably going to stay away from now. I'll probably just play the Reds. Probably just play the Reds money line. Okay. Next game. Got the Detroit Tigers at the Minnesota Twins. Twins are -1.5 on the run line, -240 money line. Tigers are +198 money line. Over under for this game is set at 9.5. You have Manning on the mound for the Tigers. Maeda on the mound for the Twins. This will be Manning's 5th career start. He's allowed 25 hits and 15 runs in 17 innings this season. You have Maeda on the mound for the Twins. He has an ERA of 3.29 at home. And he tossed 6 innings of 2-run ball versus the Tigers on April 7th. I like the Twins in this game, but at the -240, I'm not going to play that straight up. So if I'm going to play the money line here, I would use them in a parlay. But I like the Twins I think I would play the Twins at -1.5. There's not a whole lot of value in playing them at the money line, so I would probably go -1.5 on that. I'd probably play the run line there. Next game we have is the Yankees and the Astros. It's not okay. Astros are minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 132 money line. Yankees are plus 112 money line. Over under for this game is set at 9.5. You got Cortez on the mound for the Yankees. For the Astros, you have Odrozy. I lean toward the Astros in this game at the minus 132 money line. Yankees just aren't a very good team this year. I think they're going to be sellers probably here at the All-Star break. Astros have they've been up and down this season too, but I would lean toward the Astros at minus 132 on the money line. Next game we have is the Nationals at the Giants. Giants are minus 1.5 on the run line. They're minus 156 money line. Nationals are plus 132 on the money line. And the over-under for this game is set at 8.5. You have Espino on the mound for the Nationals. Webb on the mound for the Giants. This is a game I'll probably stay away from. I would lean toward the Giants at the minus 156. Then we have the Angels at the Mariners. Angels are minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 126 money line. Mariners are plus 108 money line. Over under for this game is set at 8.5. Gonzalez for the Mariners has been struggling some this year, but he still has not been bad. He just hasn't been as good as he's been in the last few years. This is a game I would probably stay away from. I kind of like the Mariners as home dogs, but I'm not sure it's one that I'll play. But Angels have just been so up and down this season. Diamondbacks at the Dodgers is the next game. Dodgers are minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 270 money line. D-backs are plus 220 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8.5. Diamondbacks just aren't a good team. I would lean toward, I like the Dodgers in this game. But minus 270 on the money line is a little steep. So I would, if I played the Dodgers, I'd probably play them in a parlay. Or I might play them at the minus 1.5. I'd probably just play them in a parlay at the minus 270. All right. All right, let's get before we move on, don't forget we're live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We're giving out winners. Also, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we're live with GSR, Gonzo Sports Room. That's our sports talk show. Excuse me. Come join us for that on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Gonzalez or at Gonzalez Sports. Also, check out our YouTube page. We have a lot of good content. Well, entertaining and good content on there. That's at Gonzo Sports Rooms where you can find that out too, or find that too. Please hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell so you get notifications and you don't miss when we go live. Also, tomorrow night, we'll be live tomorrow night, Saturday, July 10th, with live reactions to the UFC 264, McGregor and Poirier. We'll be live at 8 p.m. Eastern time for that tomorrow night, so come join us for that. We appreciate all the support we've been getting. If you'd like to donate to the show, you can send tips and donations to help the show grow to PayPal at viralscopemusic@gmail.com. Music is spelled M-U-Z-I-K. Hey, if you can, help us out a little bit. If not, hey, we just appreciate you guys watching. But let's get in here and we went through all the baseball games. Before I give you guys my picks of the day and everything, let's talk a little bit about this UFC 264 tomorrow night. Main card starts at 10 o'clock. Prelims start at 8. On the main card, first fight on the main card is Sean O'Malley against Chris Martino. Martino is 9-4 in MMA, but this is his UFC debut. And he has three wins by TKO or KO. Martino took this fight on 1 week notice. O'Malley is 13-1, 6-1 in UFC, and he won his last fight by TKO KO. I like O'Malley in this fight. Only problem is he's minus 1,000. Martino's at plus 580. What I am liking is O'Malley by knockout. I think, let me see where you get that at. But see, well, only bad thing about that, actually, I don't like that. Sorry. For him to win by knockout or TKO is at minus 290. What I would do would be the method and round combo. That was the one I wanted. Sean O'Malley to win by KO or TKO in round 1. I kind of like that, or round 2. It'd be either 1 or 2. I think he's going to stop this fight. You get O'Malley KO and TKO in round 1 for plus 110. You get it in the same thing in round 2 at plus 350. So that would be maybe the way I would bet this fight. I might stay away from this fight just because, like I said, there's not a whole lot of value there unless you think this Chris Martino can pull a real big upset. Second fight on the main card, you have Irene Aldana against Yana Kunitskaya. Aldana's at minus 126 on the money line. Kunitskaya is at minus 102 on the money line. Aldana is 12-6 in MMA, 5-4 in UFC. She lost her last fight to Holm, and she was taken down 5 times in that fight against Holly Holm. Kunitskaya is 14-5, 4-2 in the UFC. She beat Ketlin Vieira by unanimous decision in her last fight. She's on a 2-fight win streak. I like Kunitskaya in this fight at the minus 102 money line. Next fight on the main card is Greg Hardy against Taya Tuivasa. Hardy is plus 112 on the money line. Tuivasa is minus 142 money line. Hardy is 7-3, 6-2 in the UFC. He lost his last fight by knockout. Burns, or wait, Hardy lost his last fight by TKO knockout to Tybura. Burns is 19-4, 12-4 in the UFC. He's coming off a loss in his last fight to Usman by TKO or knockout. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I read the wrong one. Hardy did lose to Tybura, but he's fighting Tuivasa, not Burns. I mixed two fights together. Tuivasa is 12-3, 5-3 in the UFC. He's on a 2-fight win streak. I think the longer this fight goes, the more it favors Tuivasa. I like Tuivasa at the -142 money line. Hardy's going to have to catch him early in the fight to beat him. Next fight is Gilbert Burns against Stephen Thompson. Burns is 19-4, 12-4 in the UFC. He's coming off a loss to Usman. Burns is +122 money line. Thompson is -156 money line. Thompson is 16-4-1 and 11-4-1 in the UFC. He's coming off a impressive win over Jeff Neal by unanimous decision. Burns was on a roll, put together a hell of a fight win streak, beat some of the top guys, and lost to Usman on his last fight out. I like Thompson in this fight at the -156. Winner, if Thompson wins this fight, he would probably get a fight with Usman, and that'd be a fight I'd be real interested in seeing. And then in the main event of the main card, we have Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier 3. McGregor is -102 on the money line. They have Poirier at -126 on the money line. Their last fight was against each other. Poirier won the last fight by knockout in the second round. Winner of this fight will get a title shot with Oliveira. The last time McGregor has won a fight at lightweight was in 2016. And he's also coming off the first time ever he's been knocked out. I just don't think McGregor's as hungry as he used to be. I like Poirier at the -126 money line in this fight. There was on the prelims. There was a couple fights on there we'll talk about real quick. You have Topuria against Ryan Hall. Topuria is -260 on the money line, +192. On the money line. Hall is 8-1, 4-0 in the UFC. He beat Darren Elkins by unanimous decision in his last fight, but that was back in 2019. He hasn't fought in a couple of years. Topuria, he is 10-0, 2-0 in the UFC. He beat Damon Jackson in his last fight by KO. Topuria has the grappling advantage, so I would favor him in this fight because of that. Because I think these guys, I don't think Hall has that big of an advantage on the feet. But at -260, it'd probably be one that I would play in a parlay. You also have Duplessis against Giles. Duplessis is -112. Giles is -112 money line. So it's pretty much a pick 'em. This is a fight at heavyweight. Duplessis is 15-2, 1-0 in the UFC. He beat Perez in his last fight by TKO. Giles is 5-2 in the UFC, 14-2 overall. He beat Doldies by unanimous decision his last fight. 5 of Giles' 7 UFC fights have not gone the distance. And all 17 of Duplessis pro fights have not gone the distance. So I would say the chances of this fight going the distance are slim. But I favor Giles just because he has the more UFC experience in this fight. So I would lean toward Giles in that one. Then we have Michael Pereira against Nico Price. This is also on the prelims. Pereira's at minus 168 money line. Price is at plus 132 money line. Nico Price is 14-4 overall, 6-4 in the UFC. And he has 2 no contests in the UFC. One of them was his last fight against Cerrone. Pereira is 25-11 overall, 3-2 in the UFC. He beat Chaos Williams by unanimous decision his last fight. Pereira has 70% takedown accuracy. So he has a pretty big advantage in the grappling here. But yeah, I like Pereira at the minus 168 money line in this one. Then you have Carlos Condit against Max Griffin. This is the featured bout of the prelims. Condit is 32-13 overall, 14-10 in the UFC. He's on a 2-fight win streak. He beat Matt Brown by unanimous decision his last fight out. Griffin is 17-8, 5-6 in the UFC. He beat Song Kinnan by TKO his last fight. Griffin has won his last 2 fights by a KO or TKO. I think it's going to be a good fight. Condit's at plus 150. Max Griffin's at minus 192. This is a fight. I think it's going to be a good. I would lean toward Griffin a little bit, but it's not one that I'm real confident in because I can see this fight going either way. But that's the prelims for Saturday night. We went through the main card first. All right. Well, before we get out of here, I'll give you guys my my picks of the day. Let me get back over here real quick. All right. In baseball, because we have no NBA tonight, I will put out my picks for NBA. We'll tweet them out on Sunday. But like I said, I like the Suns at the plus 3.5, and I like the over 222.5 in that game. All right, my picks in baseball today. I like the White Sox. I like the White Sox over the Orioles. Money line at -146. I like the Phillies over the Red Sox. I like the pitching matchup there, and the Phillies offense has started to come around since they've gotten healthy. Also like Oakland Athletics against the Texas Rangers. I like the Cincinnati Reds against the Brewers. I look for the Reds to bounce back tonight after losing last night. And I also like the Twins at -1.5 against the Tigers. And one more game I'm going to take is the Mets against the Pirates. All right, so to recap, I like the White Sox money line, Phillies money line, Oakland money line, Reds money line, Twins -1.5, and the Mets money line.
Shit every week dropping hits, I don't never gotta miss. Put myself on the line, I'ma always take the risk when it come down to it. I ain't never.
All right, before we get out of here today, don't forget we're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. Been giving out winners. We're also live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. That's our sports talk show. That's also live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Come join us for that. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Gonzalez or at Gonzalez Sports. Check out our YouTube page. We appreciate you watching no matter what platform you watch on. But check out that YouTube page. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the follow buttons if you're on Facebook and Twitch. Also, if you want to listen to the audio version of Easy Money or Gonzo Sports Room, you can find both of them on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, Breakercast, about anywhere where you can get podcasts at. So you can find us there if you want to listen to the audio version. I'll have my picks that I just gave out up on our social media account here in a little bit. Other than that, hope to see you guys at 1 p.m. for GSR Gonzo Sports Room. If not, come join us tomorrow night for a live reaction to UFC 264. You have McGregor versus Poirier 3. We'll be live with a live reaction at 8 o'clock for the prelims, and then at 10 o'clock for the main card. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Have fun. Be safe. Peace.